Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the RAWDOWN. I am the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto, filling in for young Anthony, the much older, the much better-looking person. Joining me today, as usual, this guy over here.
It is I, Boney Khan, over here, and yes, young Anthony is under the weather. If you are watching here on YouTube, as we are normally are here at 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern time on YouTube, we're here live. But also, this is the first edition on the podcast, dropping the audio.
Yeah.
So we're dropping it Wednesday morning. So if you didn't get a chance to watch us, of course, hopefully you're listening to us now. So it's great to be here. What's going on, Marco?
Nothing much. Just trying to finish up NXT tonight. Watching that New
Sorry
Year's
to hear
Evil.
that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's it's a little rough, but I forced my way through it. I got through it. But
Hey, listen, I haven't watched, but I heard Mandy Rose made it all worth it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the same exact time, we both said yes.
Yeah.
So,
We'll talk about New Year's Evil here with our NXT report.
yes. And if you're listening and you haven't watched, you could check us out live and join us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on Twitter. And you could join the conversation, Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us on YouTube, wherever you can find the Turnbuckle Tavern. Get all of our links at theturnbuckletavern.com and join us. But thank you wherever you're watching or listening.
Yeah, so we'll have some comments from some of the people. We got Jaden over here.
What's up, Jaden?
We got Roman Reigns, big fan. Hello.
Nice.
Roman Reigns, big fan. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
And we got young Anthony. He says, thanks for holding the fart down.
The fort.
Sorry. Okay,
I hope he's close to the toilet because
I think he's dealing with some Carmelo Hayes issues. We'll talk about that too later on. Young Anthony, I hope you're doing better. We'll see you next week, of course. So I guess we should just get into it. Let's talk about what we got going on the Turnbuckle Tavern. We got going on Turnbuckle Tavern this week.
Well, like I said, first we have the debut of the RAWDOWN podcast dropping Wednesday mornings. That's so exciting. Then Wednesdays, a little bit later on, you get Turnbuckle Sessions. You don't want to miss that. This week, me and Chad do a AEW looking back at the past year. Kind of recap some of the highlights and talk about some things that went down. And it was a very fun episode. On Thursday morning, you get the flagship show, the Turnbuckle Tavern.
Right.
The best Dynamite review you're going to find anywhere. On Fridays, you get Visits to Tavern. On Saturdays, Fig Night in podcast form. Then the week starts over. You get the debate show on Monday. On Tuesday, you get the Broken VCR with Chad and Hawk. It's just the same thing week after week. We're just giving you podcast after podcast. One network. Just follow the Turnbuckle Tavern feed. You'll get it all. On YouTube, on Tuesday nights, you get the RAWDOWN Live. On Wednesday nights, you get the AEW wrap-up show. And on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, Fig Night. Don't miss it. And follow us everywhere. All of our social media. Go to theturnbuckletavern.com. You can get all of our links right there. Our TikTok is exploding. We have over 1,000 followers now, which means we can go live at any time. Over on TikTok.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool. That's
and
pretty
we're putting
cool.
out some pretty awesome videos over there. Chad's doing some great work with the stuff he's done.
That's cool.
Yes.
Marco, what's going on? What's going on with the Chick-fil-A show?
I mean, if you listen this week, the debate had the one and only Sheena Phelps, aka Chick Foley, on, and they were getting down and dirty, talking about Cody Rhodes. If you haven't heard it yet, definitely listen to it. We have a upcoming episode this week. Obviously, I mean, follow Sheena on the Chick Foley Instagram page. You can follow me on Twitter at Chick Foley Show, and then obviously, if you want to see all of our stuff collectively, you go to the Pod Foundation.
Pod Foundation, Twitter. Baby.
Yeah.
At Pod Foundation on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
Right.
All of our shows are announced there. JBone, why don't you tell us about Coming Down the Aisle this week? What can people look forward to there?
Coming Down the Aisle. Well, I just filmed the unboxing. I haven't put it out there yet, but Ba, 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 ba,
Oh, there
what
he
a
is.
great
It's
figure.
Sting!
So got a free the fig coming down right at you here shortly, sometime this week, and then just recorded an interview with Jack Slime of Figure Collections, kind of the man kind of responsible. We're pairing up with Cello Toys, bringing
Nice.
the Bone Crushing Wrestler. So we talk about that. Got a little bit of
What an
news and
awesome,
that.
what an awesome episode. What an awesome thing to look forward to.
Yeah, and we watch Owen Hart versus 123 Kid, King of the Ring, 1994. So
Ooh,
It's a good one.
yeah, so check that out.
I like it. A deep dive.
Yeah. It's a good one, and man, I tell you what, it's a barn burner of a show. So of a match, I mean, it's definitely if you don't get a chance to watch along with us, watch it beforehand. We kind of talk about it because it's a quick match, but it's a doozy. So check it out for sure.
Speaking of the 123 Kid, let's talk about X-Pac Sean Waltman. Let's wait, hold on.
Outside the ropes.
So Sean Waltman has been cleared to wrestle again.
I know, I saw that.
He announced it this week. On the bump, which makes me tend to believe, is he going to maybe appear in the Royal Rumble?
That's a good. They're gonna need some people for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good idea. First of all, I don't know if anybody's seen pictures of Sean Waltman, X-Pac.
Yeah,
That
shredded.
dude is jacked and
Yeah.
stacked, baby.
Yeah,
He's in the
shredded.
best shape of his life right now. Dude looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does, and his history is not very well told. Everybody knows about it. So glad to see him like so healthy and mentally, physically, and everything. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I would love to see him get another run, especially in WWE right now. They could really use another guy like that to come in and make things a little interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, and I'm taking full credit on his return to the ring, because if you're in the group and you've been following for a while, I mean, we had a little interaction on Twitter, and I think that kickstarted his
Dude,
comeback.
just
So
for the people that don't know, tell the people what happened with the shirt and everything.
so there's a Homage, which is a t-shirt company or apparel company. They have a license with WWE, and they do like a lot of the retro shirts and stuff like that. So obviously 123 Kid, that was like one of the newer ones. I think it was like either last year or the year before that they came up with. It was a new design. So me doing my salesman duty, I go on Twitter, I post a picture. We had a deal with Homage at the time. So you can pop in Chick Foley, and you get like, I think it was like 10% off or something like that. But so I posted that, and then he quote tweet, a tweet quote, whatever.
Yeah.
Saying something like, people bootlegging my stuff or something like that, whatever. And I'm like, so obviously, like all the 123 Kid like people came like, oh man, what are they doing? They're stealing your shirt, they're stealing your design, they're stealing your likeness, blah 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 blah. So I respond back and I go, I screen capped WWE shop with the same picture, and I said, look, man, this company has a licensing deal with WWE, and they're this is who's doing it. We don't make shirts. And he goes, oh, sorry, man. He ended up deleting the tweet, right? But then they responded back to him on that tweet saying like, hey, reach out to us. We'll give you some like free shirts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he ended up talking about it. I think he was on Busted Open radio, and he actually brought it up. It was actually pretty funny. He's like, someone actually recorded the clip, and they're basically like, yeah, I got into someone on Twitter about stealing my merch, because he was actually wearing the shirt on the show, and they asked him about it. They're like, oh, it's a sick shirt, and they end up telling the same exact story. So yeah, so,
I love
like
it.
I said, I'm taking full credit for his return. It is shredded in his peak of health.
Right.
He's pretty ripped right now.
Yeah, he
So
is.
we have the MVP Marco Denton to thank for the return.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And real quick, Sean Waltman, though, I will say this: one of the nicest guys to ever meet. Like if he's around your like your indie show or whatever, you get a chance. 100, 1,000,000% go try to seek him out because I saw him at a Access, and if you've ever been to Access, it's like in and out, in and out, in and out. You know.
Oh
but,
yeah. Yep.
I saw him at Access, but like he took like every 30 seconds he could, you know, like or a minute, like to like interact with interact with each person. And he was like, you know, man, where are you from? You know, and you know, I was like, I mentioned, I was like, you know what, you know, that time he had his podcast, I was like, man, I enjoy, you know, listen to your podcast. He goes, you listen to that? Man, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, you're X-Pac. Of course I do.
That's crazy.
So,
I love listening to him when he's on Sam Roberts' show, and
yeah,
he pops up there a lot. Like just a down to earth guy that has a really good view of everything.
absolutely,
including 1 hour draws. But anyway, let's talk about the news Fightful broke today. That before Mark, I don't even know if you heard this yet. That before Jeff Hardy was released, the plan was for him to go do a rundown in NXT, and they actually had already recorded some footage. Very interesting news that they broke over there today, and makes me wonder if that could have led to the whole incident of Jeff Hardy being like, "I'm done."
Yeah,
I need to get out of here.
Yeah, because I read I also read about the, you know, there was rumors, and we talked about it on the Chick Foley show about him, you know, getting one last run in the main event scene against Roman Reigns for the Universal title, because he did mention it on SmackDown. He said, he's like, my next goal is to go for the Universal title. So I thought that was going to be that was going to happen, and it probably would have. And for what I read, I guess they were all like, you know, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, they were all really, you know, they're starting to talk about it, starting to plan it out and stuff. But maybe a change of plans happened, and he's going to get sent to NXT apparently. But I wonder who they're going to have him feud against. That'd have been, I don't know.
Well, he was supposed to be a part of the Shaman. He was going to be the Shaman for MSK.
Okay.
So,
I get that. I mean, that kind of makes sense. MSK is kind of like, they're not. They have like the same type of moveset that I could see the.
I mean, Riddle fits in better, honestly. You know.
Yeah.
But it just, and we'll talk about it, I guess, a little bit. But this whole thing with putting like, you know, veterans in the mix in NXT, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like you're basically saying like, we have wrestlers here that we're training, but they're not that good, so they need a boost here. You know, you could delegitimize, you know, NXT as being a third brand, and it's just, I don't know. Now we got AJ Styles, you got Riddle. Like, I mean, is this going to be a continued trend?
Yeah.
It looks like it anyway. I mean,
I guess so.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't totally hate it. I mean, I see what it could do for the brand. Brings a couple of more eyes onto it, maybe. So
I mean, basically what it does is like what the part-timers do on the main roster. you know, it overshadows some of the talent.
Yeah.
You know?
But some of those young guys could use working with some of those veteran guys.
Yeah.
I think it could help them. So, what else do we got?
Well, I guess we could this will kind of lead into possibly, you know, we'll go into day one, of course. But news broke right before day one, 2 hours before, that Roman Reigns tested positive for COVID. And that match with Brock Lesnar, of course, was scrapped. And we now had Brock Lesnar enter into the Fatal 4-Way, which made it a Fatal 5-Way for the WWE Championship. I guess some news kind of was about that. Apparently, according to Uncle Dave, Seth Rollins was supposed to win the title. I didn't see any reports as far as what Brock was supposed to do. You know, if it's supposed to be Brock winning the Universal Championship or what. I don't know what you guys saw, but I did see that Seth was supposed to be originally slated.
Same thing as you. I saw that.
So, you know, of course I have to make the swerves on that. But
Mrs. OG Fig Kid, we're sitting there and we see the announcement that Roman's not going to be there, and she's like, "That's bullshit. This is just
hang on.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
That's my wife's hot take, and she called bullshit on that whole angle.
Well, and actually, this is actually Jordan, the Fig God. He in our group chat, he kind of talked about it too. And when he said it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's 100%. So I have to give credit to Jordan as well too. Like, yeah, there's no way. Like, I just and I hate to say that because you're playing with somebody's health. Especially with somebody like Roman. I feel
And
bad
you
about
got
saying
guys
that,
like us be like, "Oh my god, that's scary." The guy is, a high risk candidate,
right.
for it.
I mean, he is,
So,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the scary part. When I heard that he had it, I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't want him to have it." So,
Man. So what's the hot take? Do you think it was a
my wife's calling it bullshit.
Yeah,
She doesn't
it's
think
so-
he
Done to
actually
get Brock
is?
to that title.
It's a work,
wow.
bro. They're working
Yeah.
us.
See, I don't know. I mean,
I don't.
with COVID involved, I don't think it's a work in that sense.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you got to be. I mean, who we putting this past? Putting it past Vince McMahon to do this, but I can't really. I can't die on that.
Hey, listen, if
He
they had
wants-
Dean Ambrose come out and fucking bury Roman and make the comments about his cancer, like I put nothing past him.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, he once had his daughter drugged and forced to be married and raped.
True.
And then didn't know about it until her marriage happened.
But then he had he came out with that tweet too. So it was just like announcing like Roman Reigns has COVID and then they moved on. But then he tweeted out something like,
it was very strange. The whole thing. It was like I yearn the moment and this and that. Like I don't have the tweet in front of me, but it was really weird. Like
yeah.
I don't know. It's and the timing of everything. It's like
So what would
Really?
so you think it was just a ploy to get Brock Lesnar to get the title off of Big E?
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to be super super suspicious if this Friday Roman is back on SmackDown already.
Supposedly he is.
Yes. I mean,
yeah.
already they're announcing that, which has me thinking, already they know he's going to be better by Friday?
Well, not even that. Like you can obviously we know the whole. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but how they like change the quarantine
protocol.
time. It's only 5 days.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, he can make
But-
SmackDown if that's
but
the
let's
case.
let's
But how do
say-
you know he's feeling better by then?
Right,
if he really
exactly.
has-
Exactly. Yeah, that is true.
So,
yeah,
That's
I
for
mean,
people without symptoms, really. So
yeah.
just interesting. Like, listen, honestly, if this is to set up a match at Mania between Brock and Roman to unify the titles, I'm all in. I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's another thing I wanted to talk about as well too, is will this unify the titles? And we'll talk about it here in a little bit with Raw, but I mean it could be possible, So and it could be where they're leading into as well. So, but does anybody have anything else for outside the ropes?
I mean, no, not really.
No, there's one other thing too. It appears that Sasha got injured.
Yeah,
but apparently she's okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
She tweeted out that she's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So
Did you guys get to see? Did you see the video? Like the
Yeah.
footage of it? Yeah, it looked pretty bad the way she landed, like her leg bent, stuff
yeah,
like that. But yeah, hopefully she's good to go.
seems like she
before
was
the
able to
Rumble.
walk it off, and
Yeah.
she's all right. Thank God, because it's always scary.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we all love Sasha Banks, so
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
She's a blueprint.
She's
Yeah,
the
man.
blueprint.
love her.
Yeah, so I guess we can head over to talk about day one, talk about pay-per-view. What was everybody's initial thoughts on day one?
Thought it was a solid pay-per-view to start the year.
Mhm.
I really was I happy with some of the results? No. I don't get the whole why is Liv Morgan getting a rematch and then they have her lose again.
Yeah.
That's kind of disheartening to me. I really want to see her get that title.
I knew that was going to happen, and I guess we could talk about the results too, like who won. Real quick, I'll break it down here.
Break it down.
So, for Drew versus this is a 5-star classic. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
man,
Well,
what a
speaking of-
masterpiece!
outside the ring news.
Oh, that's
I
true.
guess Drew McIntyre is going to be out for the foreseeable future. He's going for some tests on his neck. He's been working hurt for a while.
Yeah.
So, wish a speedy recovery to him, and hopefully he gets back in time for Mania.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, neck stuff. Yeah, it's kind of
It's tricky.
Unless you're Tommaso Ciampa, which when he had that neck surgery that came back in like 2 months. But I think
let's hope it's not serious.
with that McIntyre too. Like I think they pivoted a lot because it looked like he was gonna start going for the Universal title as well. At some point, like Royal Rumble's coming around. You have you have like McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Now you have Bobby Lashley. You have like all 4 of these guys like kind of like vying for these title shots. So I mean, obviously McIntyre's not going to be in the title picture anytime soon, but it seemed like that's where they were going. Like getting all these like the bigger guys.
But Marco, you just made me think of an excellent point. If this wasn't in the plans for Drew McIntyre and he was planned to get involved in the title run with Roman, it kind of makes more sense for the whole thing with Brock now to help that story play out a little longer.
Yep.
So we all had Drew win this match, and of course he did win. So that's a point for all of us.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Next match we have. I don't know if it's the next match in order, but it's how we have it. Our RK Bro versus Street Profits. I think it was a little bit later on in the night. Myself, Anthony, and Marco had RK Bro winning. Tom, you had Street Profits.
Yeah,
I tried to go against the public and it failed.
Yeah.
The gambler in me goes against the public.
Too much.
Trying to pick up that 1 point on everybody.
Right.
And it just didn't work.
So RK Bro retained. We had celebration with what's the name of the group? Migos.
Migos, yes.
Apparently the most popular group in the world that I've never heard of.
Hey, that's Ric Flair's buddies over there. So
okay.
And we talked about this a little bit already. Becky versus Liv. Myself, Marco, and Anthony had Becky, and of course the OG Fit Kid had Liv.
Blows up in my face. I gotta stop trying to go against the public when I know what's gonna happen. I just hope this. Really, what I did is I picked who should have won.
Right.
Yeah, it just blew up in my face because now you get Liv and Bianca fighting it out on Raw. It's just the same old stuff. So
and maybe Dewdrop's going to be involved too a little bit.
It's just going to be Becky fighting somebody she's already fought. I'm
not sure if you guys noticed, like at the end of that match, the finish. Do you see Becky trying to like put her foot on the rope again? Apparently, that was supposed to be the same exact finish. Like she cheated to win, but she kind of missed. Like she was a little bit further out, and she kind of pinned her clean. So that kind of, I think that kind of messed. That's why like Monday Night Raw was kind of like Bianca Belair came out, and now they have to get more people involved because she was pinned clean technically, she didn't cheat to win. So, but if she cheated to win, then it would have been like you cheated again. I want another rematch. But now it's like, nah, I pinned you clean, so you don't deserve a rematch.
Listen, push Liv aside, and you fix it by letting her win the Rumble.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
And then she earned another shot.
But that's smart booking. We don't do smart booking in WWE.
That's true.
Use your Connecticut brain.
Connecticut brain. Next match. This one was actually interesting. This was the SmackDown Championship Usos versus New Day. We all had New Day to go over, and they did not.
Of course, they don't go against the public here.
Yeah.
And what a match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
I think that kicked off the pay-per-view, and I thought it was a great way to kick off the pay-per-view. They had one of their best matches ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they always have good matches together, but I thought that one was particularly really, really good.
Right. This one I thought, honestly, probably for me, match of the night. Edge versus The Miz. I thought this was a really well told match, and I mean, God, kudos to The Miz. Miz worked his ass off in this match.
Yeah,
he did. doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He doesn't.
though.
He doesn't.
He really, really doesn't. He works a very clean style, but he works hard at doing it.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
safe. And he's in.
Yeah.
I think the first time he's been injured was like last year.
Yeah.
when he hurt his knee,
the ACL,
like,
whatever
ever.
it was. Yeah.
And you can always count on Edge for the storytelling part of it. 'Cause,
Yes.
I mean,
Miz-
obviously we'll go back to like the Randy Orton Edge saga that they had with those matches and stuff, and just like storytelling really carries a match along. Even though like you said, Miz isn't the best in-ring performer that they have, and Edge is he's up there in age, so like being able to like tell that story physically, I think that gives credit to both of those guys.
That had a lot of chain wrestling, a lot of mat wrestling. It was really good.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Wait a second, JBone.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
We did not need to see the whole Brood thing entrance again after seeing it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
very unnecessary. It didn't add anything to it. Like, we just did this.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like
I agree.
thought
I mean, it was
a-
cool, but I mean, yeah, we didn't. Need
It was
to see
cool at SummerSlam. Now it's like, oh,
Yeah.
same exact entrance again. Like, it was cool at
Yeah.
SummerSlam when we first saw him come out, and then the music changed over.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I agree.
they went back to the well, and that's what WWE does too much. They go back to the well.
Yeah. Felt a little out of place.
So, yeah. So anyway, so we got Anthony, Tom, and Marco.
I don't disagree, Matt. I don't disagree.
I loved it. I loved the match. I thought it was great.
We got to get
it-
Matt on here one night to help us.
Absolutely. And let's see. Anthony, Tom, Marco picked Edge. I picked The Miz, and of course he lost. That damn Beth Phoenix came in. She
Yeah.
just had to get in, put her nose in the situation.
And didn't we discuss this last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we going to get that mixed match? And here we are for the Rumble.
All right.
We're getting the
Yep.
mixed match.
Yeah.
We're
And
going to have you on soon then, Matt. Don't you worry.
So I guess I don't know. We should throw out the last match, but basically, it was a championship match. Just to recap: Anthony, Tom, and myself picked KO. Marco, you picked Seth.
Yep.
None of that happened. Brock, of course, won. So I guess we'll go ahead and throw that match out. So if we look at it here, so basically Marco and Anthony tied, and so that would put by default, because he is the reigning, defending,
Damn it.
undisputed RAWDOWN champion,
Damn it, Anthony.
young Anthony will be.
I
We'll
almost
put
took
that
it.
down there
Oh
for
my
him
God.
since he's not here.
No, this is
Yeah.
mine now. I'm holding it. I'm the interim. I'm the interim champion until he.
All right,
Until he
we'll make him the
returns.
interim champion.
Yeah.
So congrats, young Anthony. Whatever.
I mean, I thought that match was pretty
It was a spot
too
fest.
fast.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
it was
spot
fast.
fest. It
Like,
was,
it could have been a better match. Like,
Yeah,
I love face Brock.
Oh, I
I
love
think
it.
this.
It's great.
I like this guy could be the face of the company.
oh yeah.
He even seems like he's having fun doing
Yeah,
it.
he's
Like,
having a good time.
Was this whole other act that he's done just part of the act the whole time, where he, just showing up when he did, and
Yeah, I
because
don't
the
know.
guy's into it. Like, when he roars for the crowd, like, I'm there for it. Like, I
Yeah.
believe this guy. And listen, I'm sorry, Marco, but this is the best wrestler in WWE.
Oh no.
Everything
I
he
would-
brings.
I mean, you can definitely. I mean, don't let Sheena and Seth block your ears, but you could you can definitely make an argument for Brock. I mean, even John Cena came out a while back and said like he's definitely the best out there. Like he's one of the best in ring guys too. Like for selling as well. Like he was selling the crap out of all. Like he made
Yeah.
Big E look super powerful.
He's
I-
He made Bobby Lashley look even more powerful. Like,
I am
he was a-
here
Yeah.
all day for
He's
this
great,
version of Brock. I am loving it. And you guys
Yeah.
know I've never been the biggest Brock fan.
Mhm.
The way he would just come and go. But like at this point, I think a champion who's not going to be there every week makes it better.
Yeah, see,
because
yeah.
you don't have a top contender every week, so he doesn't need to be there every week.
No, that's
The problem is,
yeah, it's
the
perfect.
problem is it's a 3 freaking hour show.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Just have him
Right.
I mean, if he's there, just have him not perform. Just
Yeah.
come out like he did on Monday. Have him
Yeah.
in the back. Have him
But-
interact with people.
Here's the
You
other thing, though. Like, he's so good on the mic, this version of Brock.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
yep.
we never knew this. We've never seen this side of Brock before. He doesn't even need Paul Heyman.
I mean, yeah, people would cheer for him when he would get the mic, like when
Yeah.
he had the Heath Ledger thing when Heath Ledger's like, I got kids, and he's like, I don't give a damn about your kids, like that, and people just went nuts for that. But like, some people do cheer for him.
Slater.
Yeah, Heath Slater. That's right, Heath Slater. No, people do cheer for him, and he is definitely he's kind of like a heel, but he was always kind of like a baby face because everyone just I mean, WWE Universe loves Brock Lesnar. I mean,
But now that he's
you can-
playing up to it, I love it. I love the way the crowd
definitely.
feeds off
Yeah.
of him. It's just,
And
I
think
honestly, I can't wait if the main event of Mania is going to be these two for both belts. I'm there for
Oh,
it, man.
yeah, definitely. He I think a lot of people he turned a lot of people with the Royal Rumble performance that he had when I loved it. I mean, I was one of the few people that I love the fact that he just completely destroyed everyone.
yeah.
But as toward when he started getting tired and stuff, and all the other guys are coming like Keith Lee and all them, and he would
Yeah.
sell for them, show that
Yeah.
Keith Lee was this super powerful dude. He's just what? They're just just his facial expressions, the way he moves and stuff like that. For me that turned me more towards him than anything. That performance.
Funny story, as I was watching that pay-per-view, that Royal Rumble, I was sitting there getting madder and madder and madder
That
as
was the
it
point.
happened. And then as it ended, I'm like, that was the best booked Royal Rumble ever.
Exactly.
It did exactly what it was meant to do. It put Drew over in such a way.
Yep.
The way he
was-
soulfully Drew sitting on the outside of the ring staring at him.
I said it was like a movie
that
to
Rumble.
me. When we were reviewing it at that time, it was like a movie. There was a beginning,
Yeah.
a middle, and then the climax was
Yep.
Drew McIntyre with the boot to the face
Right.
and just getting rid of the despicable monster that was taking over pretty much keeping the Rumble hostage.
So
just
true.
not even being the only guy in the ring for half the time and everything.
Yep.
But Brock's the man, or the
Yeah.
beast, I should say.
So we can head over to just real quick to Monday Night Raw. SmackDown was really not an episode. It was just
I didn't even see it.
It was a year in review.
Oh,
So it
must have been about 8 minutes.
Yeah. It was something like that. Yeah, it was a commercial long.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no need to talk about SmackDown. I don't even know why they did that. People at Fox have got to be livid by that. I don't.
Yeah.
I
would
mean,
be.
Well, then their Friday night special got canceled, and so they really had nothing to air. Fox, so they really could have used a fresh episode.
Yeah. So, but Monday night, we see the return of Paul Heyman, and he introduces the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar. And he came out, and again, like we talked about it, love this version of Brock. I didn't know what he was doing on those stairs. Like, what's he doing?
It's like his
I
podium.
know.
He built himself a podium.
Yeah,
Yeah, my wife's in there. She's like, "Oh shit! Why did you just throw the steps in the ring?"
Yeah. It was very entertaining. I was sports entertained. And I love how he ended his promo for Paul Heyman got the mic. Acknowledge me.
I said to
Yeah.
my wife, "Is he going to say acknowledge me?
Yeah.
Is he going to say it?" Like, you could
Yep.
tell it was coming, and I loved it.
And he
I
said,
see the little clip on social media. Tell
Yeah.
Brock I'll be there. Tell Roman I'll be there Friday.
for the
Yeah.
real world, for the real world's champion. I'm probably back to Ric
Ye-
Flair in '92.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, from when he said that, that was kind of you giving kind of like the foresight into they may be combining those two belts because he said
I hope so.
I'm the real champion. You're not the
I
real
hope
champion.
so.
I am. So yeah. So, but yeah, that did you like the dig that Paul Heyman gave Roman?
Yes,
A week without him,
and he's got
and
COVID.
he's got COVID.
I did like that.
Boy.
I liked how he just kind of put it out there because usually WWE likes to dance around.
Yeah.
The touchy subjects.
Well, listen, and
He's got the Rona.
kudos to WWE that I feel like for the last month or so they've been doing that less and acknowledging more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes me there more for it. And I'll be honest, like, is Raw the best show now? No, but it's definitely better than it was just a few months ago.
It's better than
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown took a nosedive.
Yeah,
SmackDown's been horrible like since the draft. So
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen SmackDown in about 3 weeks. So
there you go. It's just not good. Not good at all. It's childish, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening over there, but it sucks. It sucks to see.
Well, I mean, your Intercontinental Champion is a joke who never even defends the title. You
yeah,
have the
you're
Happy
right.
Corbin shit. Like, it's just all crap. It really,
Yeah.
really is.
Pies to
Yeah.
the face.
Let me ask you
Pies to
guys
the
a question.
face.
Do you think, and do you want to see, could this be a ruse where Paul Heyman's going over to Brock and he's actually still working for Roman? Do you want that? Do you not want that? Do you think that's going on?
I mean, for me, on Raw, he did kind of look out of place next to Brock Lesnar after all that
I
stuff
noticed
happened.
that.
I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but that's what that's what was presented to me when I seen.
Let's put it this way. I
him
don't
in
think
the
Paul
ring.
Heyman does anything by accident.
Exactly. So I mean, it could be something where like even Brock was kind of like, you know, he's being wary. I think
Yeah.
there's this little like telltale like things that during that promo, where you know like we're gonna believe Paul Heyman's fully on board back with Brock Lesnar after all he's done to Brock Lesnar and all he's done without Brock Lesnar since you know he's been gone, and I was just
And-
gonna
and-
hop back into his life and you know everything's all like
But
rainbows
but
and puppies. No,
let's just take it one step further. What if, like, that's what Paul Heyman's doing, but the whole time Brock Lesnar is just aware of it, so it doesn't actually work?
that's what I'm that's what I'm getting to. I think he's definitely aware. He knows he's been around Paul Heyman for forever. He knows Paul Heyman's a slime ball essentially.
Like, you think I
And,
didn't know, Paul? You got me this title shot. You did what you had to do. I'm done with you now.
Yeah, I know exactly. He F5'd Paul Heyman not
Yeah.
even like a month ago.
Yeah.
on SmackDown. So I mean, maybe they just have that relationship. I don't know, but I could
Yeah.
see something where you know Heyman kind of like tries to play both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
you know, it gets caught in the middle at some point.
Yeah, very much. Next segment we've got RK Bro versus Alpha Academy. Solid match.
Yeah,
Alpha
Really is.
Academy-
You know, Chad Gable's impressing me more and more.
and so is Otis. You know, I didn't like this.
I still don't
This
love the
neuter-
pairing.
I don't either, but
Gable's reminded me more and more of a young Angle.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Look
yeah.
who decided to show up.
It's
Did you just
Tuesday.
wake up, Tyson?
there
Yeah,
he is.
Tyson. Jeez, he knows it's the WWE show. So.
That's a great point, Matt. That's what they used to do. Tease it the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought
love it.
out.
I love it.
Long-term booking.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a solid match. Alpha Academy went over on this. Do you think we're going to see the end of RK Bro soon?
I hope so, because I think Orton versus Riddle at Mania would make a good match.
Right. Yeah.
But do
Who
they
do you
do
think-
this? Do they
Oh,
do
go
the
ahead.
swerve where Orton is the baby face in this, and
I
you know,
think so.
Riddle's heel? Do you think they?
I hope not. Although, I mean, maybe it would be better. I don't know. I hope not, but you know what?
That's what I think is going to happen. Everybody's expecting Orton to turn on him. That's like the thing, you know.
Yeah,
I just think it could give Riddle such an opportunity to cut such an emotional promo, and like kind of set him apart from the goofiness that we're used to.
Well,
Yeah.
I think he would have to be serious, but I think wouldn't it be cool if like after a match he hits the RKO on Randy Orton and he just stands over him like kind of like what when Shawn super kicked Hogan and he just kind of stood over him and you know and Riddle is Riddle
Over us?
Over us.
And I
messed
hope
up,
you're watching
Tyson.
us on Twitch.
I don't
messed
know. I would like to see it more, but I hope it happens sooner than later. So
Probably
Yeah.
at the Rumble.
probably, well,
Yeah.
at least tease it.
I
Next segment is really not much to talk about. Tamina and Akira Tozawa versus Reggie and Dana Brooke.
We can
We're gonna move on. We're just gonna
pass.
move on.
Yeah. Just talk
In
about the
fact,
highlights.
in fact, that's what I'm gonna be cutting for this week. You could also possibly cut this as well too, because we've seen it for the last month. Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash.
Yeah. Fast
Oh,
forward. Next.
oh,
Yep.
Next.
boring.
And I love seeing Zelina get a push, but come on already. The same crap week
Yeah.
after week. And am I the
Um,
only one who thinks that the mask that Carmelo wears is actually an improvement? Sorry.
Oh
Man.
my
Say that out loud.
god.
man,
That's actually the same.
jeez.
Is that the same exact mask that Randy Orton had when he got his face burned? Isn't that like the same
Oh,
type of like
it looks so
like,
But yeah,
uh,
actually, it
fake
does
thing?
look like that.
yeah?
it looks
but,
weird. It gives me
It's creepy looking to me.
it
personally.
gives me dominatrix vibes.
Funny.
Oh boy, but yeah, I mean, only thing I have for this to take away is get Rhea back in the single
God.
spotlight. Get her
They've
Get her
killed
back
her
in the main
character.
event.
Oh, yeah, I agree with JBone. I think they've ruined her.
Yeah, they gotta
I
do
hear her
something.
music now, and I'm like, oh, I have to see her again.
Yeah, this is my brutality.
Oh, just-
Exactly.
Oh man, watching the matches, jeez. It's horrible.
Next match we have Street Profits versus Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. A nothingness match, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It was all right. I don't even know who went over. I can't remember right now.
I think the
Profits went over.
Profits
yeah,
won.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
another match to display the fact that Montez Ford needs to be by himself. That's
yeah.
all those matches do.
It's time for Montez Ford to move on.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
And for the fourth week in a row, we had Damian Priest versus Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title. Now, I
Was
will
it really
say
the
this.
fourth week in a row?
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens when I haven't watched Raw in like 3 weeks until this week?
Now I will say this: these two guys put on a really good match.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I thought the match was solid, but I didn't see any of the other matches.
Yeah. Now they ended in schmozzes before, and they told a story about it. So they definitely. But Damian Priest for me, I mean, within the next 2 years, future world champion. I think.
Yeah, I
I,
can see
I
that.
like Damian Priest.
That's already been one of my hot takes, so I'm not going to do it right now. But it was a good match, very good match. And of course, Damian Priest retained the U.S. Championship. We got AJ Styles versus Omos, a wrestler. He's almost a wrestler.
Almost.
Omos, go
Omos,
away.
I know.
Go away.
Oh my God! Like, gee, was you gonna take a former WWE champion and do this? I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, at least eventually, after they fight 8 times, AJ will move on to something else.
Good night.
Yeah, it's matches. Yeah, matches like that. I mean, as good as AJ Styles is, as phenomenal as he is, I don't think you can do anything for Omos in the ring anyway. Omos needs to be in right now anyway. I think he needs to be in the ring with like guys his size, pretty much, so, to get him over a little bit more.
He's
I
a
think
little
they need
bit.
to. Go ahead, David.
Oh, sorry. He's just a little bit more athletic. Giant Gonzalez, like that's what he is.
They need to make him go watch some Andre the Giant matches.
Yes,
And know how to work as a big guy. Because
Yeah,
Andre, big guy, but his matches were fun.
Yep.
And
yeah,
like, if you go back and watch how he was booked, the big guys aren't booked like they should be anymore.
yeah. And he doesn't seem like super athletic. Which he might. I mean,
Andre
he
wasn't
could be.
super athletic.
No, well, I mean, like for big guys like the Undertaker,
Yeah,
Diesel.
true. Good point. Yep.
They would kind of pull off like high fast. So maybe that's not his. Maybe that's not his moveset. He's not supposed to be fast. He's supposed to be just this big dominant guy, just tossing people around. But I mean,
Yeah.
for nowadays, today's style of wrestling to me that doesn't. I mean, for me anyway, it doesn't fit the mold. When you're a big guy, like you need to be, you need to have some type of speed, some type of like, athletic ability.
Right.
For me anyway, that's
I mean, look at
it's a faster
Undertaker.
pace style of wrestling nowadays. Yeah,
I don't mind it if
I mean,
they're going
Undertaker,
after
like I
him
said,
and they're attacking
Yeah.
him, but then when he catches him, watch out, then it's the end.
yeah,
You know?
Yep.
But like also
true.
the thing is, Andre the Giant wasn't featured all the time. He was an attraction. You
Yep.
can't have these big guys as big as Omos is because he's way taller than the Undertaker. You
Yeah,
can't throw them out there all the time. You got to hold it for special occasions.
Yep.
And again, I felt the same way about Braun Strowman. I thought that's how they ruined him by making him be out there every single week.
yeah,
So
yep. I agree.
it's more fun when it's less.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's brutal. It's brutal to watch.
It is brutal. That's not a hot take. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fact. It's a fact. That's a fact, Jack.
I feel like I'm Paul Heyman.
Main event. Well, basically the original Fatal Four of Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Big E, and Smooth Bobby. It's okay match, I guess. I thought it was actually better than the Fatal Five Way. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
more story
Yeah.
told. I guess I knew one difference is that we weren't sure who was going to win. That Fatal Five Way, so it made it interesting. This, there was reports coming out that it was going to be Bobby and Brock. So basically, it seemed like it was going to be Bobby and Brock at the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Of course, Bobby wins. Thoughts?
I'm here for seeing Brock versus Bobby.
I love it. Yeah, I know that's one of Marco's
It's
kind of
fresh.
dream matches.
Oh yeah, man! It brings me back to WrestleMania 6, man. Hogan Warrior, just two big,
Yeah,
muscly guys just beating the crap out of each other, and they kind of
It's
tease
something
it.
fresh we
Yeah.
haven't seen. I'm so here for this.
Yeah, and like again, both super athletic guys, really quick.
MMA guys.
MMA guys, top notch wrestlers as well, amateur wrestlers. I mean, it's like the perfect match for me anyway. I mean, I can't wait till they kind of tease it too, and with the Hurt Lock and Brock couldn't really get out of it. Like obviously, like Brock's like a wide guy, so it's kind of hard for him to reach his arms back there. But yeah, I mean they made Bobby Lashley look like he could like legitimately take that title, and he could from Brock Lesnar. He's not a small guy. I mean, he's as athletic as Brock Lesnar. I mean, I can't wait. That's like I love the Rumble like match itself, but I'm looking more forward to this match more than anything right now.
I'm a little more excited than I've been with WWE in a long time. Looking forward to this and seeing where this whole build is going with everything.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I failed to mention though, actually, there was a promo with the Miz, as well. Miz and Maurice, they were on there, kind of just giving their excuses, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
But basically, the Miz accepted a match, the mixed match.
Yeah, we had mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. So, like I said, we basically talked about it last week. That's probably where they're going. I think Chick Foley show even talked about it. I even think y'all even said probably happened at the Rumble. I don't know
They
if
announced
said
it
that.
at the Rumble. They announced it at the Rumble.
I think I naysayed those like I wasn't a big fan of the couples.
Right. So it was you. Yeah. It was you. I remember.
Up. I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah.
But I'd rather
did
see
say
that
that
at
it was
the
gonna-
Rumble
yeah, it was
than
gonna
Mania.
The Mania. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I mean, I'll give it that. It's not at Mania, which definitely, like I said, for me, the match you have to be for Mania for a mixed tag match is Triple H, Stephanie, Kurt Angle, and Ronda Rousey. Like if you can't top that match, then
100%.
you can't put it on a Mania. For me, anyway, that's the blueprint for Mania mixed tag
Not
matches.
Macho and Sherry versus Dusty and Sapphire.
I mean, that's a close second, but
Sapphire had her working boots on that night.
my sweet Sapphire.
So that's pretty much it for Raw and SmackDown. I guess we can head over to the NXT report.
Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and you bastards. Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and bastards.
Oh my god, I love this. I love that intro.
If you're listening right now and
That's
not
so good.
watching, we just had the Nickelodeon slime put on.
So good.
Oh my god! All right, JBone, you guys watch NXT. I'm tapping out of this segment. Run it down for us.
So I kind of watched bits and pieces of it. You know, I kind of was because I was in the middle of my interview, so I kind of had to quickly watch it. Marco, did you watch the full show?
Pretty much, yeah. It was for me, since it's a kind of like a themed show. It was a New Year's Evil theme show. Not as good as last year's New Year's Evil, but it just seemed like a regular episode of NXT. It didn't seem like it was
well, it was a regular episode for the Black and Gold brand, not the Nickelodeon brand.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like the main event match was good. Mandy Rose retained her title. And the only match I was really looking forward to was a 6-man tag with Imperium, MSK, and Riddle. And even, I mean, that match was awesome. But I feel like if it was on a pay-per-view, it would have been a lot better. I think I needed more time. I needed to be like at least like a 25 to 30 minute banger of a match.
Carmelo Hayes, and Roderick Strong opened. I think we saw potentially Carmelo Hayes may have crapped his pants.
Yes, yeah, that's probably like the biggest story out of this.
So the news is, if you're a wrestler, don't wear white.
Definitely not.
White ain't right.
No, definitely not. I mean, unless you're Shawn Michaels, and I mean, you get away with it. But it did look like he had a little accident.
Yeah. Solid match, but man, this is my issue with NXT 2.0. These guys are too green.
It's not easy being green.
Yeah. I mean, you could see him, and I know John Cena did this all the time, but you could see Carmelo calling spots, and Roderick Strong's looking at him. It's just like, dude, it's just it's too much, and I think they're using too many high spots. There was some good stuff though for the most part. I don't know. It was okay. So Carmelo Hayes is now, basically he's absorbed the cruiserweight championship. So that's gonna go bye. Basically all intents and purposes, this was a North American Championship match.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I really agree with everything you said there with the with that. Just, I mean, only question I would have for both of you is this: which NXT did you like better, Triple H's, Papa H, or Grandpa Vinny's? Which one
Triple
is
H is any day of the week, especially Triple H pre-USA Network.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me Triple H all day. And this is just it's you have too many green people in there, and I don't know. It was not. It's just not good. Then, like you said, we had the 6-man match, which was pretty good. MSK, Matt Riddle, excuse me, who lost his first name. Poor guy. Versus Imperium, which is Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel, and Walter.
Ring General.
Solid match, I thought. I would like to see Walter in the Royal Rumble.
Yes, I think that's happening.
I think that's a good call. I think that might happen.
Yeah. I think that would be awesome to see. And I don't think he's been in a Royal Rumble, right? Correct?
No.
No.
Third
Okay.
call. Maybe you see Ciampa appear in a Rumble too. That'd be kind of fun.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, look, the roster's thin, so you're going to need to pull NXT guys. You know,
Yep.
and of course they're going to have their legend spot, especially the women's side. The women's side is not,
Going to be heavily filled with legends this year.
and
Yeah.
NXT folks. Yeah, it's not good.
Sergeant Slaughter will get an appearance again. He'll show up.
We'll see Lita. We'll see Trish. I'm sure. You know.
I don't think we'll see Trish.
You
No,
know,
in
you
a
don't think-
retirement match.
Oh,
I would
no,
love to
so.
see Trish again, but I don't think we will.
Maybe not, but she, after that elite figure, she probably doesn't want to be seen at all.
Oh, poor Trish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, so the next match was the women's match. Core Jade, Mandy, and Raquel Gonzalez. Oh,
Man,
yeah.
That's what
So
she wrestled in.
she's champion forever. Just keep them. There's no need to change hands with that title.
Or your outfit.
Yeah, true.
that'll put button seats.
Yeah.
Pretty solid match. Okay, from what I saw, like I said, I was kind of skipping around at this point for sure. Solid match. Mandy goes over. Really, no surprise there. Any thoughts on that?
Calm down, Tyson. Take a cold
mean,
shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my thoughts. Keep your thoughts to yourself, and I'll keep mine to myself as well. But no, I'm dead. She's definitely the the kind of like the anchor of NXT for the women's division anyway. Maybe even for the whole show. She's like like I said, they can't take that title off of her at any time soon. Anyway, until they build someone else up.
I love. I mean, she has definitely been the queen of the women's division there.
Yep.
And I love how they've rebuilt her. I don't understand why they can't do that for everybody else. Like,
yeah,
it's unbelievable. And I don't know if it's maybe a talent thing where they just take it and run, but geez, like it feels like just some ideas are just like, what are you doing?
I mean, my thing is too, like with NXT, with all these, like you even said it earlier, they're all pretty green, all of those guys, like and gals. But do you see any like any star power for any of them? Like, does anyone actually like jump out at you like as like, oh my god, this is the next person. This is
Ron Baker.
He's pretty much the only one.
That's it.
Because he has that personality, and he's he has like the colorful
He's a freaking Steiner.
Yeah, yeah, for that too. But like, it just there's like no one that like really. Everyone's talented. There's a lot of talented like guys and gals in NXT 2.0, but there's none that really jump out at you and go, "This is the next person. This is the person I want to see on the main roster," or "This is the person I want to see carry that championship." Like, you definitely want to see Braun Breaker win the NXT championship at some point.
Yeah.
But
well,
as far as the women's.
Well, he actually won tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but the for the women, like who do you see in the women's division like that's going to take that title off of Mandy? Like, it's.
I mean, Raquel Gonzalez could, but I think she's main roster bound.
Yeah.
I would even put her as a potential favorite to challenge Charlotte for the SmackDown title.
Yep.
At Mania, or maybe her even her win the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, she'll probably just show up in the Rumble, but for the women's division was like at one point for NXT it was like pretty much like the marquee like division in NXT. Like the talent was like undeniable, but now for me anyway, it just seems like it's lacking something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Main event. When I know we were on air, it was kind of going on. I was kind of watching, checking it out a little bit. But Braun Breaker versus Tommaso Ciampa, the official end of the Black and Gold brand.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker came out and destroyed a styrofoam X.
Yeah,
it was completely styrofoam. It was like resembling the old NXT style X. So then, of course, when you saw that, it's like, okay,
Yep.
this is it. This is done. Braun Breaker, the new NXT champion. Speaking of Manny, check out Broken. Oh yeah, Broken
He's plugging
VSR.
our shows for us. Thank you, Tyson.
Thank you, Tyson.
Make sure you check out Chad and Hawk on
There you
Broken
go.
VSR every Tuesdays.
Actually, I like that movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah. And he actually tapped out Ciampa, which I was kind of surprised about. Like I said, I was watching it real quick, but
Yep.
thoughts at Braun Breaker, NXT champion.
I mean, it obviously was going to eventually happen. I mean, you can't, you couldn't move it on. You couldn't like drag it on until like Royal Rumble or Mania weekend. That's probably, depending on what they're going to do for NXT pay-per-views this year, because I know they kind of changed it up a lot. Even when NXT 2.0 started, they removed the Takeover name and stuff like that. So there might not be any Takeover weekends along with Mania. So to have that happen,
it's gonna be hard because Mania's 2 nights. I think they're doing the
yeah.
Hall of Fame probably like Friday night, and then they have
The
SmackDown.
Hall of Fame,
Friday
I
night.
think, is Thursday night. It's crazy.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're
because
right.
did they do NXT when it was 2 nights? They did it like during the week, right? It was like
Right.
Yeah.
Wednesday and then like it's Friday or
That's
something
right.
like that. Or
It was like
Saturday,
Thursday for the Hall of Fame, Friday for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows what they're? I mean, they might just do it like I don't know. It's on. They could use Peacock as obviously it doesn't have to be on USA. It could be like in a Peacock exclusive, NXT show. Who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, basically, I don't think they could drag that on any longer. He's pretty much due to get that title.
Do you think it's going to be like a short reign and he goes to the main roster, or are you going to keep him down there for a little bit?
So that's a good question because it goes back to that Green conversation. Is he ready? I mean, he says he's ready. He was on the bump maybe a month ago.
So how do you guys feel? Because I haven't really seen him. You guys watch it. Do you think he's ready when you see him?
He's pretty good.
He is pretty good. I mean, he's a natural, definitely with obviously with the personality, skill set. He has the look. I mean, he says himself he's ready to like face like the likes of Roman Reigns and the Brock Lesnar's and all that stuff. So I mean,
we need Braun Breaker versus Hook.
Oh man, send Hook,
send Breaker doesn't roll off the tongue. That's good.
Or Veer, send Veer.
Oh god,
yeah, send Veer far away.
Yeah, send him back to India.
Oh jeez.
Oh, JBone.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch his reign. I think it'll be like a good solid 6-month reign.
Yeah,
he does. Exactly. So I think I said that on the debate. He looks like Rick. It sounds like Scott. It's crazy.
Does, actually.
It's crazy. But I think he'll have like a solid 6-month reign. He'll help kind of get some of these newer guys over a little bit, and then move on. Maybe even into the next if they still have it at draft. So I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully this was the last draft.
He'll carry the title till NXT 3.0 comes along.
Yes.
That's gonna be the JB with SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, exactly, and Barney the dinosaur.
We'll rip off another channel or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Antique Roadshow or something. Maybe they'll just bring in legends.
Oh, maybe that'd be pretty cool.
Kind of a LST for last.
What's that?
They start bringing in the legends. They could just change the name to LST.
LST. Man. That'll be the show Goldberg will be on. We'll just put Goldberg on that.
Yeah.
I'll be there for that. I don't have to see it.
But yeah, that's about it for NXT report. I don't know if you have anything else to add on that, Marco.
No. Nope.
Usually we usually do who won the week, but between out of Raw and SmackDown, but really there's no really point talking about that.
But we have a hot new video for the segment.
We'll hit it. We'll talk about which wrestler won the week. Marco had that good idea.
Who won the week?
All right, so out of everybody, out of all the shows we saw, who won the week?
I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
That's a
The
good.
WWE champion. Yeah.
Yep,
I enjoyed him at the pay-per-view. I enjoyed him on Raw. Brock won the week.
Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree with that. I'm gonna go with Brock as well.
I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna go with Smooth Bobby. He won the Fatal 4-Way. Looked good. He looked good against Brock during the that Fatal 5-Way. So I'm gonna go with Smooth Bobby Lashley.
Nice.
And kudos to Bobby though. Since he's returned to now, he's really elevated his game.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Well, they finally found a role that he's excelling in.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you got to give MVP like the kudos on that as well. Like, kind of planting that seed when he was first. I think when he first appeared there, and he's they were in the back, and he's like you need to be more dominant. Like, he was just giving him this pep talk. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing these like stupid like things on Raw and stuff like that? He used to be a dominant like force, and later a little bit down the line they end up pairing up and doing the hurt business and pretty much being the best thing on Raw.
And kudos to whoever made it happen, because MVP was brought back for a Rumble appearance and like one night on Raw.
Yep.
And look what it's turned into.
Yeah. I think he was supposed to be a producer at first.
Yeah.
When he
but this is what happens when you use legends the right way. WWE is not known for bringing back guys and using them the right way. And with MVP, they've actually done it.
Yeah.
You look how AEW does it. And like, I wish WWE would do more with that with their legends. So, and they're proving right here they can do it.
Yeah.
So,
great mouthpiece for them.
They dropped the ball while they had Flair. Flair could have been a good manager for somebody,
Look at Arn Anderson. They never let him do shit in WWE.
Right.
Let him throw a punch every so often, take a bump, fall off the stage, whatever he's doing.
Pretty. that's true. But I think they're
maybe that makes the point why WWE doesn't let these guys do that.
Well, I mean, I think WWE's kind of obviously kind of taking notes from watching AEW, and
they definitely are
using the legends in the right, in the for instance, Randy Orton and Riddle. Obviously Randy Orton is still an active wrestler, but he's technically a legend, and he's taking this younger guy under his wing. When he's gonna set Riddle up when it even catapult him even bigger after this. So I mean, you can there's ways of doing it. Like, MVP was active; he was wrestling at the time when he was at Bobby Lashley, and he obviously he took a back seat to it, and it works well. He's a perfect mouthpiece for him. Yeah. Bobby can talk a little bit too, so
I agree.
Well, any final words on the week at hand of WWE?
No, I think we covered it all. Match of the week. I'm going Usos versus the New Day. Checking out the pay-per-view. Great solid tag team match. Something we're not used to in WWE lately. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that one. That's probably that sticks out the most for me.
I'm going to go Edge versus Miz. I'm sticking to my guns. So, Edge versus Miz, I thought it was good. So,
cool.
All right. Well, I guess we could go ahead and plug ourselves. Again, Tom, tell everybody where they can find Turnbuckle Tavern and everything.
Go to the turnbuckletavern.com. All of our links are there. Follow us on social media. Follow us Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, anywhere. You can even watch our lives on Twitter now. So make sure you have it notified, and you'll see us everywhere. We're not going away. We're only getting better.
We're going to be adding
2022 shows. Is just beginning. Bigger and better things are ahead.
Yeah, we're going to be adding shows, actually.
Yeah. If you check out the fucking GCW show that Mike and Chad did this week.
It's great.
Yeah. If you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you check that out. Every time there's a GCW weekend, they're going to come down with a show on Monday or Sunday or whenever. And you could catch up with it there. The great in-depth stuff they've done there. And, even pointing out how well GCW did the 2-night thing. And you saw the clip on social media saying how WWE can learn from that to do WrestleMania, make both nights matter. So,
Yeah, we
great stuff.
Guys might have to do like an Impact show and then maybe a New Japan show.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, is this the New Japan tournament's going on now, right?
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom, yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're drinking from the cup there, JBone. Great one, Tyson.
I'm going to give everybody a bloodbath.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What's going on? Plug Chick-fil-A show, Marco.
Yeah, Chick Foley on IG. Like I said earlier, Chick Foley show on Twitter, Pod Foundation, IG, and Twitter. Obviously, you go to chickfoleyshow.com. Sign up for the premium Foley fam. We have a Facebook group. Right now, we're doing actually a fitness challenge.
Yep.
For members of the group. So everyone's posting their daily workouts and stuff to start off the new year right. And besides that, with the group, we buy, sell, trade figures, talk wrestling. We have the live pay-per-view chats that are going on. I mean, we even got young Anthony to sign up. He doesn't even collect figures, so jump on.
Well, he's dipping his toe in there.
He is. We're getting him into it.
By the time the worst thing he did was sign up because he's definitely going to start buying figures. Because that group will do it to you. But yeah, catch us week to week, doing everything.
Yeah, young Anthony. Unfortunately, is not here this week. He's a little under the weather. So you can of course find him at the Titantron podcast on IG and I believe on Twitter. Just go search him up. I think he's going to be starting up the Titantron podcast again here soon. Real quick too. Also, speaking of young Anthony, I want to give him a little bit of praise here. He did a phenomenal job. He did a live stream of day one, or not of the event, but a reaction video, and the one went out and as it was going on, he did for 3 hours. Go check that out on the Tavern YouTube page and his Facebook and
that clip of him,
I believe,
when Brock won was just hysterical.
Yeah, that was
like I literally thought I saw his lips start to quiver. I thought he was gonna cry.
he was stunned to silence.
Yeah, and it's hard to do with young Anthony because that kid don't shut up. Sorry, young Anthony.
Man, young Anthony, he's so talented. He's a good dude.
He's
really
a great
is.
dude.
He really is. I wish he was here this week.
I love to pick on him. No, it's nice not to have to fight to get a word in.
Young Tony. So yeah, check out the Titantron podcast and go follow him over there. And of course, you can follow me coming down the aisle. Head over to comingdowntheaislepod.com. You can check out all my links there for that. And don't forget about the Pod Foundation. Follow the Pod Foundation at Pod Foundation on IG and Twitter. And go ahead, if you're listening to this on podcasts, stop what you're doing. Give us 5 stars. Give us a review. If this is the first time you're listening to Turnbuckle Tavern in general, we got the flagship show that'll be on Thursday. We're going to be dropping the audio from Fig Night on Saturday. Lots of audio. I mean, we pretty much got a podcast every day of the week. I think they're also bringing back the visits to Tavern as well this week too. So that'll be on Friday. So check us out. Give us a 5-star review.
Get stickers if you do. You send us a screen cap of your 5-star review. Mike Belcast is going to send you some Turnbuckle Tavern stickers.
Yep. And if I personally see something about RAWDOWN, I'll send you a coming down the aisle sticker. So head that over. All right. Anybody? I think that's it, right?
That's it for today, guys.
That's it.
All right. Peace, love,
and pro wrestling.